And now, a word from our sponsors. Want to show support? Get the word out. Tell your mother, your sister, your brother, and your other that the Pod Boys is in the building tonight. What can it hurt? You'll be doing me, your cousin from different level, a favor. I might not return it immediately, but come on, let's be honest. Was I really ever? All right, Chance, go ahead, man. Get your shit off.
Well, like y'all said, as far as Steph Curry and the squad they had, Clay went down. They were able to, they lost Durant. So during this time, you had opportunity for all these players to develop, which, gave them confidence, you know what I'm saying? So even though they lost a couple players, but overall, I just feel like it was like a gift and a curse, because besides, even just seeing how Clay coming back and able to get back to the finals and after everything he went through, how emotional he was, just look at, that gap. Even like sometimes even Draymond kind of took a step back. They knew they weren't gonna do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it just gave other people the opportunity to shine. So I think that paid dividends for them now, because now their whole squad is just like when they all firing on all cylinders, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough, bro.
All right, man.
I think it's a part of management, just building that team out and drafting. Everybody came through the draft.
Yeah. That's a big part of this. Don't get talked about enough is the ability to draft. But let me go ahead and turn this question on its head, man. Dig a little deeper. I think I'm gonna make that my thing, man. Asking y'all a question and then just change it up at the last second after y'all answer. No, man. Yeah. All right. So let me ask y'all this then. After seeing how everybody looked individually when the other guys were hurt, do you think that affects their legacies? Because they look bad when they weren't all together. When it was just two of them or just one of them individually, now I don't just mean the team. I mean the player themselves didn't look great either. So does that affect Steph's legacy or Clay's legacy or Draymond's legacy? The fact that they seemingly they needed each other to be successful in any meaningful kind of way.
I think it has a lot to do with chemistry, man. Like that chemistry that they have, it's hard to duplicate it with just people, like just fill-ins. You know what I'm saying? Even though Wiggins did a hell of a job, like replacing KD. You know what I'm saying? As far as Iguodala, like that role wing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That plays like that chemistry of them being able to swing the ball, the shooters, the ability like for Draymond to get the rebound and push the ball, and you got everybody spread out. You know what I'm saying? Like all their pieces have to be in order. So I mean, it's hard, but like you said, man, when it's all together though, like you can't plug and play.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get what you're saying, but I mean, it can't really hurt their legacy because their legacy is like, what's this, the 6 finals? They won 3 out of 5. Yeah, so no, I don't think it affects their. I mean, I think this generation gonna always know who the Warriors were.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, true. What you think, Ryan? Come on, man, give me something.
I think it should maybe affect their legacy, but it won't. This is why nobody's gonna be like, oh, you remember those 2 years when Clay was out that they were trash? No, they're not gonna say that. They're gonna say, oh, you remember when Clay came back and they killed it and possibly they're gonna win the NBA championship. You know what I mean? They're gonna talk about they go 5 years in a row or 4. How many years in a row? 5 years?
Yeah, they went 5 years in a row, then missed 2 years. Now they back. So that's 6. Exactly. 6 finals in 8 years.
And it's like minus an injury, they probably win against the Raptors.
I would agree.
So I don't think really it's going to affect their legacy at all. I said it should because, I mean, everybody talks so much about, oh, LeBron went to this many finals and he lost this many and that. Like they're saying that affects the legacy. What happens if you don't even make it there? You know what I mean?
There's a lot.
They don't count that against people, which I think you should. But I don't think it will.
Well, I can kind of see that because it's kind of like, well, if you were good enough to get there, you should be good enough to win.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only that I could see.
I get it, but I hate that argument so much.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I would agree. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of agree. But I think on this topic, I think I'm kind of in between what the both of y'all are thinking. So I kind of feel like it won't affect Clay and Draymond's as much, but I feel like when you start thinking about where we rank Steph in terms of all-time great players and all-time great point guards, which I think he's number 2 in terms of point guard. But when we start ranking them, is he top 10, top 15, top 20? I think people look at these last 2 years where they were awful, hot garbage, just the worst, the worst. I think that'll count towards Steph's legacy.
Who's number 1?
Point guard?
Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Okay. I know you love Chris Paul, so I'm thinking, is he
He's not.
Chris Paul number 1? Like, come on, man. I'm so shocked. Okay. Yeah, I can respect
I ain't that
100%.
crazy, man. I'm not that. I'm not that crazy, bro.
Like, I'm over here thinking, like, who is he? Okay, yeah, that.
Hey,
I agree.
It was a minute where I wanted to say that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you can't without the rings.
Come on, man. He 3 though. Come on, CP is 3. Come on, man.
So I gotta say something, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
I may not have been both years, but I had Curry. I believe we had the fantasy basketball, and his stats were good, man. But like they weren't winning.
Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah, they weren't winning, but he still was. Was Steph. You know what I'm saying? So ask the defenders that.
I mean, any player can look good on a bad team. What matters when you start being ranked is, did you look good while winning? That's because, I mean, if that's the case, then Melo's up there in the top, 20 or whatever. He's not. But if you just say, well, you look good doing it, then Tracy McGrady, you can just.
One of those years he was hurt too, wasn't he?
Steph?
Was he hurt 19? Yeah.
He was struggling with some injuries, yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, though. The year he was hurt, he actually started that year off, and they did not look good. And then he got hurt.
Yeah.
And they even looked even worse. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they got to get to the finals those 2 years. I'm just saying they have to at least, look competitive. And I know they were in the play-in tournament when they lost to the Grizzlies. I think it was, I want to say last year. Yeah. So, I mean, he at least got that far. But, I mean, is that saying a whole lot? Which comes to my next topic. What does the Warriors getting to the finals mean for KD and his legacy? Because I feel like it says an awful lot, a ton from the fact that the Warriors are in the finals and Kevin Durant managed to win out in the play-in tournament, and then all he did was win an opportunity to get swept by the Boston Celtics. So, yeah, what do y'all think about that, bro? Because
that's got to be the biggest disappointment ever,
man. Them getting swept.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't like. Okay, I don't know why. I don't like KD. I've never liked KD. I respect his greatness. I respect how he is as a player.
Damn.
I
don't like KD.
I've never liked KD.
What do you do to you?
And I'm a LeBron fan, okay? And it hurt me when he went to the Warriors. Okay,
Yeah.
I've always loved LeBron. And it's like there's this great rivalry with these core guys that we got, and then KD gets to the conference finals with Westbrook against the Warriors. What, 2 years in a row, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Loses, and then they're like, I'm going to join you. No, I'm not going to work harder, to be better. I'm just going to join you.
I'm gonna work smarter.
I don't respect it because I don't think KD. Everybody's like, oh, KD, best player in the league, blah blah blah. I don't think he's good enough to win on his own. He can't even win with Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyrie's a great player.
Yeah.
So I hope Boston wins and they get to play the Warriors in the finals, and the Warriors just smack because then it's gonna make KD look really stupid.
It would. It really would, because it would make him look way worse.
Like I understand why he left. You got that big fight with Draymond, whatever. But
so how does it affect his legacy? How do you think it affects his legacy? In terms
I don't think it will.
No?
Like I said, I think it should, but people don't care about, he switched to a different team and got swept by a team that the Warriors beat. They're gonna talk about that this year, but they're not gonna talk about that 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? Sure. I think legacy is a longer term thing. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just a KD hater. Who knows?
You just said it.
But he's a great player. I won't deny that.
Come on, C-Doc. What you got with it? Come on with it, man.
Oh man, bro, listen. Since KD and Kyrie went over there, and then James Harden, I would have argued with anybody, man. Like the hands down, bro. Just give them the rings, just give them the trophy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for that to just
I told you so.
Yeah, you did.
I told you so. I just want to say I told you so. I ain't
I
above
just,
that.
I just felt like that team on paper, man. It's like it didn't even get a chance. Like how many games did they play all together?
Like 14 or something like that.
Not
8.
many.
Yeah.
Like the talent that they had, it has to be. I can't even. I remember the Karl Malone, the Gary Payton, Kobe, and Shaq.
The Lakers, yeah.
You know, but they went to the finals. You know, they did get to the finals. You know,
They did.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah, come
like,
on, man.
I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think of a team that had that much talent. You know, you got 3 top 50.
The Lakers and the Celtics. Is of all time? No, he didn't make the list. He didn't make the top 75 of all time. He didn't make 75 either.
Okay. So you got 2, but no, you still had. No. You're right.
Yeah, he didn't make the
still, man, that team, man. Yeah, Marcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, all
Senior
those guys.
tour.
Yeah, I mean,
DeAndre Jordan. Yeah. Nah, bro.
I'm just saying, like, no, he's terrible. I'm saying, like, as far as
names,
that team just was terrible. Like, it's just like I can't believe that they got swept too. So
yeah, bad. Getting swept is means there was no shot.
And they were in the play-in. They were the number 1 seed for a minute, man.
Come on, man.
That whole thing with Kyrie, like I get the COVID shot thing, man, but that just I think that was the main thing that yeah, exactly.
James is about it there. Even though James,
and I ain't mad at him for it. I'm not mad at James Harden for feeling that way, bro, because it's a team. Like in football, like, bro, when you ride or die for the squad, bro, it's things you just do and you don't even think about it. You do it
for the team.
And it's no question. It's like I can't do it no other way. So that I don't respect Kyrie the same way neither, and I never will unless he proves something different. But I think he was the one that that tainted that team. But that's the biggest disappointment ever.
So what do you think this says about KD's legacy? The Warriors in the finals and him getting swept under the rug about the finals, about the playoffs.
Hey, man. Yeah, he made a bad decision, man. It's like having a good woman and going for the fat booty and all that.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had a good woman, like he was wifey. She was wifey, but he wanted
you got baby daddy troubles. Yeah. Nah, man. I think that I think I will go further than Ryan once again. I think that they won't look at it and say, well, he got swept by the Celtics one year, and they'll just just go on by and nobody think about it. No, I think this will, and once again I'm gonna bring it to once it gets down to ranking him and where he stands, and the upper echelon NBA players. What I think this effect will have on him is not only does his championships have an even bigger asterisk next to it, I think that it'll also right under that asterisk will say can't do it alone, or can't do it without overwhelming advantages. You get what I'm saying? Because without those overwhelming advantages, when he had Russell Westbrook and James Harden and Serge Ibaka, that was an overwhelming advantage. We didn't have those guys. Didn't do a ton.
Was it though?
Back then, well, listen, young Westbrook was way better than the Westbrook we saw when KD left.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
At least I think so. I think that Westbrook was a lot more humble and a lot more about, at least trying to make the right plays. This Westbrook is a lot more selfish than that one, I think. But, and young prime KD. So I think that's what I think it'll say. I think it'll say that he made a terrible decision, an awful decision, which is going to keep biting him because I don't think Ben Simmons is going to ever play ever again. So it's just going to be him and Kyrie. I don't know, man. Who knows when Kyrie gonna take off again? Just because the stars is in alignment and his candles is lit. You never know when he just gonna take off for a week. So I think it'll. That's what I think it'll say. I think it'll say KD was really good, and he was really good, but that was about it. He was just really good, and without going to Golden State, he probably wouldn't have any championships.
0.
Yeah,
I say it was a good player that made a bad decision.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead. Let's switch over, man, to the other side, man, the other conference. The Celtics and the Heat, man. So I'm gonna be honest, I thought this series would have been over by now. I thought the Celtics would have won in 5 or 6, mostly because the Heat are hurt and they starting 2 undrafted rookies, or not rookies, free agents. And they don't have the size really to compete with the Celtics, and they don't have good players. So what the hell is going on? What is going on? What?
I don't even know.
How is it 7 games? I mean, y'all tell me, did y'all think it would go 7 games? Maybe I'm
I
tripping.
thought the Celtics would have wrapped it up.
Yeah.
I feel like they had to wrap it up that last game. I don't know what's gonna happen now.
I think so too.
So
Yeah,
I think,
man.
and they gonna be in Miami.
Yeah,
Spoelstra, man, something, bro. He doing something right, bro.
something
Somehow,
good.
some way, he keeps putting teams in position to be successful. But I mean, if you look at the way that the Heat are built, man, they got so many players, bro. Like
Do
they
they?
got so they do like players
It-
I didn't even ever heard of. They can
that's the
come
problem.
in. So what I'm saying is the team that they have, like you got Lowry,
Yeah.
you got Butler, and you got Bam. Okay, you got Hero, you got Duncan, and you got Strus. He's hitting trade balls from out crazy.
I can't stand Max Strus. I just can't stand him.
It's like the way the team is, and then like
Take
you got
every shot
Jimmy.
he see.
Jimmy is so capable of in the fourth quarter. If it's a tie game, he can go bucket for bucket with any other, the opposite team. Any player that they have, he's not going to back down. Like in that moment he'll step up. But like I said before, like sometimes he kind of shies away. But in that moment, he's gonna say, "Get out the way." You know what I'm saying? So if you got that team, and then if he got all those shooters around him, he could just kick it. You know what I'm saying? And Bam, he been playing pretty good. He's not that type of center that's gonna go over the top. But
Yeah, I don't know what Bam is.
he remind me of Ben Wallace for some reason. I just think that he kind of remind me
A
of
better scoring.
With a better shot.
with a better shot, better offense. Period.
Yeah.
What is Bam Adebayo? Y'all remember my ranking, right? My scale.
Yeah.
What do y'all think Bam is on that scale? Because every time I listen to a lot of sports media, and it can range from Bam is an all-star to Bam is damn near a superstar. It just depends. What do y'all think he had?
It's been inconsistent. I think game 2 he had a crazy game, right?
30 and 20 or something like that.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So he has that potential, he has that ability, but I mean, what did he score yesterday? 6 on like 3 of 6 shooting, but he didn't need to, right?
He didn't score until like the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was like a dunk with a layoff pass from Jimmy or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
I think he's like a 3-star player on your rating.
An all-star.
Yeah. I'm not saying he is all the time, but I think that's his average where he'll be.
His floor.
Yeah. I don't even know about his floor. Like the
Nope.
mid.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah.
His average, right? His ceiling maybe
Right,
4-star, his lowest maybe 2, right?
Right.
So, but I think right now he's about a 3. But I think he has potential to go up to a 4. But I don't think he has to all the time. I think he knows that. I think he's a good role player, right? He knows his role. He knows what he needs to do certain games, and he's willing to do it. He should be.
Yeah.
But like last night, I mean,
they would have needed every bit of him being a superstar, honestly, because they got lucky with some calls down the stretch. A lot of
I don't even want to talk about everybody crying about the refs and the officials.
Man.
It's just like, just shut up and play.
Man, it's that Lucas shit. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Everybody crying.
Every call gets argued now. It's like, what? I think a lot of the calls are soft too, but
a lot of. I wouldn't be mad at some texts. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be mad at more texts.
Give him a shut up. Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that. What you think, Chance? Sorry, Ryan.
No, you're good.
Go ahead. I say he's an all-star.
3-star.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see him like he doesn't have that. Maybe if he developed like a mid-range or something like that, it's decent. But it's like, yeah, he's an all-star.
I think he's a very overrated 3-star. I think people think he's more than that, or should be more than that, or can be more than that. I don't think he can be more than that. At 6'9", he's pretty undersized, and he isn't the biggest. He isn't the strongest guy in the gym. He don't jump the highest. I think he's really good, and I think really good is about what you can expect from Bam Adebayo.
So a 3-star, that is an all-star, right?
That is all-star, yeah. Yeah. I think that's about his, and that's not. That's. I mean, it probably sounds like I'm hating on him, but that's not hate getting praised for being an all-star, because not many people are that. That's why it's only like 15 every year, or something, 30 all-stars every year, 15 from each side, whatever it is, whatever the number is. But one player that does seem to rise to the playoffs is Jimmy Butler. What is the difference between playoff Jimmy and regular season Jimmy? Y'all tell me, because I'm not totally sure.
Ability to take over, maybe. I don't know. Like, you think about it, in the regular season, you want to win every game, right? But it's not a win or go home situation ever in the regular season for the most part.
Yeah.
So like just last night, like it was a win or go home situation. Jimmy had an insane game. He played good defense, played great offense. Boston stayed in that game, right? And the crowd was into it, getting behind them. They were coming up, and it seemed like every single time that happened, Jimmy came down and got a big bucket.
Yeah.
Even with 10 seconds left, or I don't know how many seconds left, but there was like 2 seconds left in the shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
They had the ball on the end line, inbounded to him.
Yeah.
First shot, he had to hit it, right? And it was huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you don't always see that from players during the regular season, but playoff Jimmy is just different. And I think yesterday he proved it. I mean, he changed my mind. I thought he was just okay, but last night he showed he's more than that.
Hey, Chance, is being so much better than what you are in the regular season in the playoffs, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Say it again.
Is being, I know I changed the questioning a little bit, is being so much better in the playoffs than you are in the regular season, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I think that a player in this stage of his career, it's all about pacing yourself, and you want to be available. Like I think if he felt the need to, like, if they were like slipping in the season and he felt like they needed a better position for the playoffs, that he probably would play better. But being the way that he's built, he just wants to get there, and then he felt like, he knows how to pick his spots to get to the ultimate goal, and which is, like I said, I was surprised in getting in the bubble when they went to the finals. So I just think that Jimmy knows when to turn it up. Like even the games that he set, I think they felt like they knew that the series was going to go longer. Mm-hmm. But overall, like I said, I think he just knows when it's time for him to ball. So he kind of, he just paces himself. He paces himself for the whole season. He's in it for the long run. He's not in for the short game.
Okay. Well, then that gives me a different question, Ryan. So when I hear he picks his spots, or just get me there, or this guy's a better player in the playoffs, I tend to hear this guy might be a little selfish. Now, just hear me out. By selfish, I don't mean that he only works for himself. By selfish, I mean he isn't giving his all during the games in the regular season. And I'm not saying everybody can be Russell Westbrook, even though I feel like we give Russ a lot of hate, but I'm giving a little bit more. I feel like Russ gives us all on one side of the court instead of the other. I'm not saying Jimmy has to do that, but if Jimmy has it in him to switch the gear and be this kind of player, then why don't we see it more often in the regular season? Does that say selfishness, or am I a little off base in that?
I wouldn't say it says selfishness. I think Jimmy's game is it's a physical game, right? He's not the greatest, 3-point shooter. He's not. I mean, he's good, really good mid-range shooter. He's good at the hole, but I think if he played how he played last night, every game, regular season, he's gonna get banged up, right? Because he plays a physical game. Mm-hmm. So I'm okay, during the regular season, not seeing that same player. And then in the playoffs, that player coming out, saving yourself for the games that matter rather than doing it every single game, hurting yourself, shortening your career. playing ability, and yeah, I just think that I'm okay with it. I don't think it makes him selfish. I
Yeah.
think some players need to do that. You
James
see a lot of players sitting throughout the season now just to rest because the season's long, right? They want to be healthy for the playoffs. So yeah, I don't think it makes him selfish.
I like that.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I think that I like seeing players excel and get better, like take it to another step in the playoffs. I guess I just don't like it when it makes me certain players giving the impression of they could have done more versus they can do more, if that makes any sense. You get what I'm saying? If I think you could have done more and you didn't, then that's kind of where I'm like, I'm kind of iffy on you. I respect Jimmy Butler because to know where he came from, I don't think he's shortchanges at all in any case. And I can see him resting. I can understand that. So I mean, I feel that especially now when he's coming out with 41 points, even though I mean he did just have 6 in the last 2 games, something like that. Is that right, Ryan? I don't know if you got the stats pulled up. Yeah, I know. Kyle Lowry had no points and no assists in the last game.
Yeah, what, 18 last night.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I don't know what's up with that dude, bro.
He doing his best. Fucking pre-Kawhi Leonard.
I never
impression.
see him make a shot, bro.
It
must be like every time he must score when I go to the bathroom or something, man. I'll be like, bro.
You look up, he got 12 points.
Like every shot that I see, bro, I'll be like, man, he been bad too.
Yeah. I think I looked up last night. He was like 5 for 14. I was like, what? Did he take 14 shots?
When did he make the 5?
Yeah,
I think he was 4 for 9 from 3 though. That's where he got all his points.
Yeah. No, they played well last night, man. And I think I hopefully this I don't think the Heat gets enough respect from NBA fans and analysts and even players. I think everybody just look at the Heat as a little engine that could, or they're just overachieving when they were the number 1 seed in the East, and made light work of their opponents this year. Like Chance just said, he was surprised when they got to the finals in the bubble. With making the finals this year, justify them making the finals in the bubble last year, and would it give them more respect, do you think, from other NBA players and analysts and fans? Chance.
Yeah, I think that will validate it. Even just the path that they went through. So, like I said, it was a surprise to see them, in the bubble. That team, man, a lot of people feel like they just overachieved, but there's some consistency there for them to be, like you said. This is definitely a validation. I don't know, man. I got to see what's going to happen in this game 7. So
yeah, I mean, I'm definitely asking y'all to project a little bit. Would they gain your respect, Ryan? Would you see them as more of legitimate team as opposed to? I don't know if you had that opinion of them, but I know I personally do have an opinion of they okay, but
that whole bubble, it's like, do you even count that as a real championship? I mean, I know it is. Like I said, I love LeBron, right? But
I was about to say
they got basically, kind of the same team, and they're terrible. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think that bubble was catered to help some teams, but I think I may have thought that when it happened. I'm like, Heat, who the Heat had, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that, 2020 when they made it to the finals? But
yeah,
I think seeing how they play now kind of more validates it a little more. Especially if they win tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, then then we'll know it was legit. That it wasn't some fluke, and it wasn't just because it was the bubble. And I'd like to see them win. I don't think they will, but I'd like to see them win.
Yeah, well, game 7 or finals?
Game 7, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think it would be the Warriors.
No.
I would give the Celtics a better chance. I would give the Celtics a better chance to beat the Warriors, but I give the Heat a better chance to beat the Celtics in game 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think the Heat I think the Celtics are a better team, but I think the Heat, for whatever reason, again, my gut, man. My gut been right every time.
Oh, I know.
Every time, man. My gut just telling me that Heat gonna win tonight or on Sunday.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I want to revisit this question. I think I asked y'all last time because some things have happened, and it might change y'all opinion. I'm gonna ask again: is Jason Tatum a superstar? Is he really a superstar? Ryan already changed his mind already. What do you think, Chance? Is he a superstar? 5-star player.
Ask me after tomorrow, man.
Nah, man, nah.
I'm not ready to give it to him. You know, he's gonna have to take that. You know, I'm not ready to just pass it to him. All I can say is, bro, got game. He remind me. Sometimes he remind me of T-Mac. Sometimes I see a little Kobe in him.
Man,
I see a little. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot more T-Mac than Kobe to me.
Yeah, I feel a lot of
T-Mac. Yeah,
a
lot of T-Mac.
Yeah, so I just I want to see him. I just want to see him in that big moment, like this Game 7 to go, bro. This is Game 7 to go to the finals. I gotta see I gotta see the bro. I gotta see who he is. This is him. This is a moment, bro.
Yeah, this is it.
We don't get an opportunity a lot, you know, especially the way the Western Conference went.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a game, bro. Like this is like it. Like remember when Kawhi hit that shot over the Sixers and he got the bounce?
Yeah.
Like I remember that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see this Game 7. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see this Game 7. I want to see what he is about. I want to see what Tatum is about, and I want to see what Jimmy is about.
See, but this the fun of it, man. The fun is to make your prediction and then be right or wrong, man. Come on, man.
I think the way that he's been balling, yes, he has the ability. He has shown characteristics to be a superstar. Until he takes it, until he shows and just quiet all the doubters, we're always going to speculate. But he has to have that defining moment. And that's what we're waiting on. If he doesn't, then he's just going to be one of those guys that's, you know, mid-grade.
Yeah.
But if he take it, and especially if they win and give the Warriors a couple, you know, if they push the game to 6, I mean, okay, we got something to talk about.
Yeah.
But like I said, right now, he's just a good player, bro. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
I'll take him on my team. I just don't like the way he jacked up so many shots, but
a lot, yeah. With that weird jump shot he got. I didn't notice his. Go ahead.
He hit him though, so I don't know how. He got that step back and he'll shoot from half court. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't notice how weird his jump shot was until Skip Bayless said it, and then I noticed it. How like he'll bring it up and then forward. It's like two different. It's like two pieces to a jump shot instead of going fluid up and out. It's weird. It's weird. I see you shaking your head a lot, Ryan, man.
I don't think he's a superstar. That's not saying that he can't be someday. I don't think he's a superstar yet. Even if they win Game 7, I still don't think that makes him a superstar. I think he has to win. If he wins it this year, fine. If they win it this year and it's on his back, right? Fine, I'll say he's a superstar. I don't think that's happening. I don't think I just don't like his shot selection at all.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's not shooting great from 3 at all.
No.
He makes a lot of big shots. I'll give him that. But yeah, I don't think he's a superstar. I think he's, like you said, a 4-star player right now. I think he has superstar potential. But I'm gonna have to see it. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be a superstar someday.
So what would you like to see from him for Ryan to say, yes, here's the crown of superstar?
Better shot selection.
Sure. What would you rather him shoot from?
I'd rather him get to the hole. Because he can. He's proven that he can, right? And sometimes I think he just settles for threes. So he's a good 3-point shooter, but sometimes he takes bad threes, right? So how do we fix that? You go to the hole more so that people respect you a little more. They're not up on you, so you get better 3-point shots.
True.
But for him, it just could be a time thing, right? Like give him some more time, give him some more experience in the league, and then let him shine. Because I think he can, but I just don't think he's quite there yet.
I would agree. I don't think he's a superstar. I also agree. I think he'll be able to get there. I think a good performance in Game 7 would help make his case. And a good performance in Game 7 plus a good performance in the finals, not just Game 7, but also in the finals. He has to, even if he don't win, if he plays very well, then I would be more inclined to say, all right, I can see it. What I would like to see is Jason Tatum in the post more, because he has a good post game, and also he's legitimately 6'9". I don't know if people say 6'8". That dude is easily 6'9".
Yeah.
He was taller than Al Horford from what I saw last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he a big boy, and he got long arms. I like to see him more from there, and also I want to see him stop turning his back when he dribbling. Stop doing the spin moves because they taking that shit every time. Stop doing the spin moves. Stop doing the behind the back against the Heat. Just enough turnovers. Just play basketball. No more of those. That's what happened last night. I don't know if you saw that, Ryan, but he went behind the back and I think Lowry stripped it like at one of the very last plays. Yep. They went down and scored. So a lot less of that for me. And I think he would be there. But that brings my next question of Jaylen Brown, his running mate. Do y'all think Jaylen Brown's underrated? Because I look at Jaylen Brown, I think he's on Tatum's level. And always hear this is Jason Tatum's team. It's Jason Tatum and then Jaylen Brown. No, I think those names work together. I think they pretty much the same level of talent. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, I got the stats up for the series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brown is averaging 24.2.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum's got 24.8. Brown's shooting a higher percentage from the field and from three.
Come on, man.
so you want to tell me they're not on the same level?
Man,
the stats speak for themselves, right?
It's hard to say.
Jaylen Brown. I think either one of them can have pop off nights. Both of them could, but you're right. They talk about how it's Jason Tatum's team, but I think they're on the same level. Jaylen Brown on the same exact level as him. So
he's definitely not dusting him. Jason Tatum's game looks prettier, so I guess that's the thing. But yeah, I don't think he's so far behind Chance.
No.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think they're pretty much Batman and Robin, man. You know, you could any night anybody could be Batman.
Yeah, any night.
So I just think I like the way Brown is it's like he's composed a little bit more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like and he's aggressive, you know what I'm saying?
Very aggressive.
He looks like he doesn't have any fear, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and he will try to dunk on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get on that lane, you better either be ready to jump or move out the way.
Yeah, one of the two.
So, and like I said, like people like Tatum's game because, like I said, it is a little more flashier.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, man, I mean, yeah, he's in no way is he, in my opinion, he's not, you know, they're on the same plane.